Welcome to day 7, I think. It's our 7th day. Roll the warm-up montage. Today, we're gonna do something a little different. So we're gonna go through each exercise that we've practiced and do it once or twice. And then we'll have a little final thing to do at the end. Starting with normal handstand, and then we're gonna do our shift to the side. So a little bit more weight on our one arm side. I hope that's getting more comfortable for you guys too, because that's definitely a little bit easier than it was the first time I tried that. Scarlett's been hitting the gym, so I don't think we're gonna catch up to her anytime soon. Right, Scarlett? But we can try. So this time, put a little bit more weight on your one arm side, and if you're not ready for that yet, then we can stick to what we just did, which is only a little bit more weight on our one arm side. That felt pretty good. I think my legs were a little bit loose that time. That's why I couldn't get out of it properly. To help you keep in control, I recommend only doing it so that you're able to get back to a normal handstand. So if you do your drill and you can't get back to a normal handstand, that means you're going too far or you're doing something which makes you unable to get back. So you need to make sure that you can get back to a normal handstand and reset. If you can't get back to a normal handstand, that means you're probably either going too far. You might be piking or arching or twisting, which is gonna mess you up when we actually go for the one arm. So make sure that when we're doing this drill, you can go to the drill and you can also get back, at least some of the time. Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time with most of my weight on my one arm side, and then if you guys are ready, you can move on to going onto fingers. As you saw there, I fell down and cartwheeled that way, which means I'm going too far. So I should be able to go there and have enough control of my body to bring myself back up. Also, it's really, really good practice. It might seem like it's kind of useless, but it really helps you go the opposite way. If you can go from tilted to straight, it really helps you go from straight to tilted. Okay, now take a little break with a friend, and then we'll try it again. Okay, this time I'm gonna try fingers, and make sure when we're doing this, you're staying on your fingers of both hands. So not just the non-one arm hand. So the non-one arm hand is only on fingers, but your one arm hand should also be pressured mostly on your fingers. And keep no gap here. Well, you can have a little gap, but preferably as small a gap as possible in between your one arm hand and your head. I keep going too far. Quick skill break. I'm still not able to get back to my normal handstand. So let's try to do it together where we do lean up on the fingers for 3 seconds and then try and get back to normal handstand. Also, someone asked me where you should look during the one arm, and for me, I just look in the same place that I look during my handstand so that it doesn't add more moving parts. So my eyes are just locked on one place. So wherever I looked when I jumped to handstand is where I looked the whole skill, so that you have some point of like reference. I don't know if other people move where they look, but I keep it exactly the same, which is like slightly in front of my stilts, so I can show you. If these are my stilts, I probably want to look around here, so like right there, maybe. Yeah, around that area would be good. Okay, let's try and hold for 3 seconds this time and get back to normal handstand. Oh my gosh, that was so good. That was the first one I felt like I could actually let go and maybe hold it for a little bit. As you saw that one, I was able to get back to normal handstand, which means I was in pretty good control. So if you guys were able to do that, great job. And if you weren't, that's okay. A couple tips: if you fell cartwheeling out of your one arm, either this way or that way, I just did this. Most likely you're just leaning too much or too fast. So think about pushing your weight towards your non-one arm hand. It might seem weird because we're trying to push all our weight onto one hand, but think of it like you need to leave more onto your non-one arm hand. So what I'm talking about is if you're here, it's not physically putting more weight this way, but not letting all of your body fall this way. So keeping some of it in this area instead of all the way over here where you're falling over. So use this hand as sort of like you're keeping a little bit this way. Even when I'm in one arm and I'm not holding onto anything, if I keep falling this way, I try and think of this arm like it's pulling me a little bit more this way. So I'm shifting a little bit my weight more this way and less towards my one arm so that I don't fall this way. So this arm is actually really useful even though it's not holding anything. If you're falling the opposite way, so you keep falling, if this is my one arm and you keep falling towards your non-one arm hand, think about it like the drills we've been doing. So maybe your handstand is too even, and you can try the drill we did yesterday where you move your leg out towards the one arm side, and maybe you're just not leaning enough this way with your body. Your legs might be there, but your body might not be there. So it's causing you, when you lift up onto your fingers, to fall onto this finger hand because there's too much weight in the middle of both your hands. So try and shift your weight more towards your one arm side by either shifting your body or shifting your legs more that way. And I think that should help. And lastly, if you're twisting, this is a really big problem for one arms. I don't know why. A lot of people just end up twisting. That just means you're not tight enough. So when we're shifting to our one arm, our body position should not change at all. Our legs from the side should be like this. One should make the other one invisible. So if our legs are shifting or our back is changing or our shoulders are changing angles, that's not right. We should be in a normal handstand. The only thing that's happening is shifting this way, not this way. And if that keeps happening, try and lean less and go back in our steps and try and relearn it the right way. And I know that sounds really painful, but it'll pay off in the end. And it's only been a couple of days, so starting back now won't hurt too much. And learning your one arm with bad form is gonna hurt a lot more in the long run. Okay, instead of lifting fingers like we did that other day, I think for the last thing we're gonna do today, just try and let go. So letting go sounds scary, but with the drills we've been doing, if you're able to hold it on fingers, it will pretty much be the exact same thing. When we're letting go, very important. If this is my handstand and I'm shifted here and I'm on my fingers, letting go, it should not be fast at all. It should be very, very slow and controlled, especially if we want to do it safely. So I'm here on my fingers. It's gonna be like this. very gentle. A lot of people try and just let go, and maybe they'll be able to hold it for a few seconds at most, but that's not only dangerous, but it's not consistent. At this point, it's pretty much all about balance, because we are definitely strong enough for it if we can do it on fingers. Balance is all about control, so we need to let go in a controlled way. So I let go again here. I'll show you guys once on my good hand so that it makes a little bit more sense, and then we can try it together and we'll see how it goes. So I'm on my fingers. I'm gonna let go very gently. I'm gonna take a little break and then we're gonna do it together. Okay, let's try it. Everyone be very careful. Make sure that you have enough space for you to fall, and you do it very gently. Don't skip steps. Remember all the things that we practiced. It's really easy to forget all the things that we practiced while you're going for this one arm. So make sure that you're doing it one step at a time. So the first step is a normal handstand. The next step is shifting your weight and your body and your legs. And then the next step is pushing up onto your fingers. And if you get to the last step, it's letting go very controlled. These are some failed attempts where I definitely skipped steps and just forgot about everything and then just went for it. Remember, everything one step at a time. Hey, I got it for like a second or two. That was nice. So, if you guys got it for a second or two, that's awesome. And if you didn't, that's fine. You can keep practicing. And I may have let go really fast, basically exactly what I told you not to do. So, if I did, then don't do what I just did. That's it for today, guys. I'm not gonna try anymore because I don't want to tire out my arm too much. And I don't recommend you guys try too many more because I don't want you guys to hurt yourselves. And yeah, it's totally okay if you didn't get it. Don't go crazy with it. And I recommend if you want to try more and get it a little bit better because you're a little frustrated or disappointed, just do some of the drills we did. So fingers works fine, or maybe just shifting weight. I hope you guys had fun trying to let go a little bit, because I did, because all our work to put in so that we can do this with good technique and a little bit safer than we would have. And yeah, Scarlett says bye.